Hey you guys, this is Kristen coming at you live from Bethera, South Carolina, and I am so excited that you guys are joining me tonight. It is Sunday, which has been, you guys know that for me, that is a day that we just kind of we're low-key, we're just simple, we go to church, we have a nap, we have dinner with family, and we kind of have just been setting the pace really for our week just through some rest. So if you guys are joining me live, if you will drop a 1 in the comments and let me know what you guys did today. Like, did you do anything fun? Did you do anything to relax? What kind of Sunday was it for you? And let me know where you're coming from. If you are watching on the replay, if you will drop I miss you in the comments. And if you're new and you've never seen any of my videos before, if you will drop new in the comments. I like to give those people a full name shout out. So tonight what I'm going to be talking to you guys about is my network marketing business. I've been getting a lot of questions lately. Hey Kimberly, hey Regina, thanks you guys for hopping on. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about what it is that you do. So people are, they know about the things that I'm doing as far as my lazy keto diet, and they know, the progress that I have made with that. But a lot of people have been asking questions about, what it is as far as the business goes. What do I do? Hey, Elizabeth, God bless you too. Hey, Shauna, thanks for joining me. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Rebecca. Family and football. It's a good day. Very good day. Hey, Donna. Just curious, Rebecca, who were you rooting for today? Hey, Shelly. Anyway, so like I said, people have been asking me a lot of questions about the business opportunity. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about that tonight and explain to you and kind of give you some tips and then offer the opportunity to you as well. As you guys can tell, I am super excited about what I am doing. You guys know that I was in the classroom for over 10 years teaching. I've taught second grade, I've taught third grade, I've taught fifth grade, I've taught just about everything in the elementary setting. Absolutely enjoyed it. Loved it. Kathy, if you'll send me a message, I'll get in touch with you. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Susie. Rebecca, Cowboys. All right. Hey, Michelle. Thanks for joining me from Hawaii. Basically, after those 10 years, my husband and I, you guys know the whole pandemic, that whole story. What ended up happening was, if you're new to my page, you don't heard the story. I'm sorry if you've heard it before. I'm going to tell it again real quick. It won't be long. I promise. So we had the e-learning, the virtual learning, all of that. I worked through that whole thing. And then back in June, my family and I were diagnosed with COVID. Me, my husband, and my youngest daughter, my oldest did not get it. Hey, Debbie from Australia. You are pretty far away, but hey, you're right here in my house. Hey, Elizabeth. And what ended up happening was it kind of shifted my mindset a little bit. It really did kind of just focus my perspective on things that are considered my priority. Kimberly, God bless you. Kindergarten, yeah, that's a big deal. Like, you are a turning point teacher, and I'm very thankful for you. Anyway, you guys know that I made the decision back at the very end of July that I wasn't going to go back to the classroom. And I had already started this opportunity. I actually signed on with my company on April the 30th. So I'm like, let's see, May, June, July, August, September, 5 months into my company. And I just have fallen in love with it. I actually found out that it ignited a new passion in me that I didn't think that I had. And for me, it was, okay, I had gone to school, I had graduated, I got my undergrad, then I went, hey Brooke, hey Bonnie, hey Norma, hey Elizabeth. I went and got my master's. I did all the things, like I just accomplished everything, but I kind of felt like I needed something, like I just had stopped setting goals for myself. And so this was a new challenge. And you guys know, maybe you've had some experience with MLM before. Maybe you've had some experience with, those side gigs and you've been burned, or maybe you've kind of just seen some things and you're like, no, that's not for me. Well, this is that's the approach that I had taken. I actually did sell Mary Kay back when I was in college and had my undergrad. Loved it, but it was very difficult to follow. Like, it was very difficult for me to have success. I did have success. I worked hard at it, but it was hard. So I kind of had that in the backside of my mind. And so whenever I joined this business opportunity, I kind of thought it was going to be the same thing. And then I learned real fast that it wasn't. I have been able to take this opportunity and really expand beyond my community, beyond, and I mean, like, you guys are in Hawaii and Australia. I'm in South Carolina. Like, there's no way that in a party, a Mary Kay party, that I would have ever met with some of you guys. So that opportunity has been phenomenal. And I've just learned so many things, and I just want to share those things with you. So if at any time you think that maybe you want to consider this, if you want to take action, you want to maybe see if this is something that could be for you, if you will drop action in the comments, I will let that be our word for tonight. Action. You can even put one of those little emojis, like the action, like whenever they do movie theater, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Sure, I hope you guys know. Anyway, if you're considering, and please make sure that you're serious about it, because I am very busy with my time. Like, I have lots and lots of people that need me. So if it is something that you're interested in, I definitely do not mind you reaching out and saying, hey, I want to know, because I totally will hook you up with that information. But anyway, I want to give you 5 tips that I have learned over the last, I said 5 months, right? 5 months of joining this company. It is MLM, but it's a little bit different, if I can explain it to you. And so I'm just going to go through that. See, Debbie's already interested. I can already see that Valerie is interested. And forgive me if you've messaged me this weekend. You guys know that the weekends are kind of slow for me, and I'm going to get to that right now in just a second. So one thing that I have learned, and this is the biggest, like the biggest thing that I want to tell you when you are running a business from home, specifically in network marketing, is, and I really consider a benefit more than anything, is the fact that you can identify what your priorities are. So for me, it's God first, family second, and then everything else in the and afterwards. And oh my gosh, Judy says she works for a hospital child development center. A big concern. Yes, completely agree. And so with those being my priorities, I know with a typical job, and that's one thing that I've been able to notice, especially since school has started back and my children are home with me. Just FYI, like we're doing the blended thing. So my girls are home with me right now. We are virtual learning at home, and so mom is available to help them. And Sophie, she's younger. She's in 2nd grade this year, so she needs a lot more of my time. She needs a lot more of my focus. If you can identify, you put me some hands in the comments if your kids are the same way. Sophie is very much needs me so that I can make sure that she stays on track, okay, with her learning. And so because that's a priority of mine, I have learned with this business is that I have to kind of shift around my time. So I'm able to identify my priorities and work around them. So if I have something going on at church, you guys know that I'm very active in our church. I don't know why my thing keeps turning crooked. I'm very active in my church, so if there's something that comes up there, it gives me the flexibility. So I'm able to set my priorities and follow through with them. And I will highly suggest that if you are running a business at home, that you quickly identify what those priorities are and don't negotiate on them. Like, be very, very consistent and very, I'm trying to think of the word, just very driven when it comes to your priorities, and just staying with it. Like, don't compromise them. The second thing that I want to share with you guys about running a business that I've learned is that you almost have to, and since school started, it's kind of changed for me, but you have to set a schedule. So for me, now this has become my job. So I have now, instead of it turning into, okay, so it was a thing that I kind of did on the side for, for extra money, for fun, for me to explore and set new goals for myself. Now that I've replaced my teaching job, this has become my job. And it's replaced. And so one thing that I'll suggest to you, you have the flexibility and the freedom to decide how you want to do it. You don't have to run it as a business. You can do it as a hobby if you'd like. But for me, I wanted to be able to replace my teaching income. And so I have identified that and then recognized that I need to create a schedule, much like I would, hey Claudia, much like I would with a real job, okay? Because this is my real job now. So I set a schedule and I try to stick with it. And so you guys know that before school started, my schedule looked a lot different than it does now. My kids are in school, they're here, they're my priority, so I've had to rearrange the way that I do my thing during the day, which means that I start my day a little bit later. I might get started with some things that I can do while they're working and kind of multitask a little bit, but then whenever they give me my time so that I'm able to get my work done, then I can do those tasks that require more of my focus. So setting a schedule, and I will also suggest when you're doing your schedule, if you're working from home, is that you make sure you incorporate breaks. I am a profound, ridiculous workaholic, and I have to like get over that, and I need to like slow it down. So I have to actually intentionally set time for me to eat lunch. For me, I know that sounds crazy, but for some people, especially teachers, those of you that are watching, a lot of you know, like if you were that person that just goes, maybe you can put that little running emoji down in the bottom, because you kind of have to force yourself. And so when I set my schedule, I decide, okay, at this time I'm going to work on this. So you time block things that you can do, because you can become very easily overwhelmed and then get burnout. And you definitely don't want for that to happen. This is something that's fun and it's inspiring and it's something that we enjoy. The third thing that I want to share with you, and you guys can kind of see behind me, is I highly recommend, if you're running a business from home, you don't want to be messy action, okay? When I say messy action, I don't think like you should just get up and decide, okay, I'm going to work in the living room today, or, oh, I'm going to sit at my dining room table, or I'm going to, and you have that flexibility when you work from home, especially when you work from your phone, like I do a lot, and my computer. But it's important for you to have a specific workspace that is set aside just for your things. So for a while, like I said, I was working this kind of as a, as a side thing. And so I didn't have a workspace. So I was working from my home, like from my phone in random spots. And then whenever I realized, hey, I really want to treat this like a job. So I set aside some specific place. You guys can see I have a setup behind me with all the tools and resources that I need that I can get to right away. And so I highly recommend you having that workspace. And even if it is your dining room table, like there's no shame in that. Like that could be your little area and where you can work. The fourth thing that I want to share with you, and I said there are 5, so I'm almost done, I promise. The fourth thing I want to share with you about whenever you are working in network marketing, or you are working from home as a business, especially with network marketing, and that has to do with something that I absolutely enjoy, and that is called attraction marketing, which is basically where you're not being super spammy, okay? You want to be yourself. So you guys know me and my family. You guys know that I share with you some things that are personal to me. Like earlier today, I shared with you about things that we do at our church. You guys know me as a person. Therefore, that is my brand. That is something that is specific to me. And so that is how I'm able to reach my audience. And so most of you are teachers. A lot of you maybe fall in or run in the same kind of circles that I do. You guys have some of the same values that I do. And so whenever you're doing network marketing, it's important for you to be that way, for you to reach out and target an audience that you can relate to. Judy, yes, I do. And I will, if you'll send me a message, I can get in touch with you about that. And then the final thing, and that has a lot to do with what I just mentioned a second ago. And I really, 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 if you know me at all, you know that I am not spammy. I do not like to be spammy. I don't send cold messages. I don't like to reach out to someone that I've never spoken to before and say, hey, do you want to buy my product? Or do you want to do so-and-so? See, that's a big fat no-no. And if you guys are real human beings, you want to talk to a real human being. And that's where the attraction marketing comes into play, where I am speaking to a human, finding out what their goals are in life. Just like I had goals when I started my journey, there were things that I wanted to accomplish. There were things that worked for me, and there were things that didn't. You guys know that I followed the Atkins diet before I tried low carb a while back, and it didn't work for me. So I talked to people and I found out, what is your story? What are you going through? What are some things that you have tried before? And then from that, we work together, and that's part of the coaching process, where I work together with you and come up with a plan that would be best suitable for you. And you can reach out to me and ask questions, and I'm able to help you. So you'll never ever see me reaching into your inbox and going, hey, so-and-so, if we haven't ever talked before. Because that is just, people, it's a huge no-no, big fat turn off. If you're in network marketing, or if you are in any sort of business at home that you're working from your phone, don't ever do that. It's just a huge turn off, and you're going to just blow people away. They don't like that. Like, you guys can agree. Give me some thumbs up in the comments. If someone has ever sent you a message and be like, hey girl, you want so-and-so, and you've never talked to them in your entire life, like, it's kind of like a, no, I don't think so. And so you have to be consistent and show up so that they understand who you are and that they can trust you, and that you're giving them value. You guys know that weekly I come on here and I share some things with you about tips and tricks that have helped me, recipes that I've tried in my own home. I mean, you guys, what I cook is what we eat for dinner. So you guys know, like, these are things that we're doing. So you have to be able to give your audience value. And so if you're just cold messaging, you're just going to turn them off, and it's kind of pointless. Anyway, so those are my 5 tips for network marketing. I will tell you, I have gotten extreme value. I have absolutely enjoyed being able to pour into you guys' lives. I've been able to help you guys. I can't tell you the number of messages that I hear every single day. It just excites me when I wake up and someone says, I just want you to know I appreciate you. Or they might say, hey, I tried your whatever recipe. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wasn't it great? Like, we get so excited and we celebrate together. And I just appreciate you guys for joining me along this journey, because just like I'm trying to help you, you guys have been able to help me, and I really, really, really appreciate it. Again, if you are interested in this opportunity, I will tell you there are so many benefits. There's been a community that I have absolutely enjoyed being a part of. We just got off of a Zoom a couple hours, well, I guess it probably wasn't a couple hours, well, maybe a couple hours ago. We got off a Zoom a little while ago, kind of pepped each other up, got each other ready for the week. So we have that support. You have the opportunity to make a little side money. We guys like side money. Or you can turn this into a business, something that you can do. I am super excited about that. There are lots of other amazing things that I can share with you. Just drop action below if you are interested, and I will get in touch with you and see what info I can give you and see if this may be an opportunity that would be right for you. I appreciate you guys for joining me tonight. If you guys please don't mind, just because that's the way it works and that's how I can get my name out there. If you guys could share this video out, you can share it to your business groups. You can share it to maybe your network marketing groups if you're a part of any. If you want to share it to your personal pages, or if you know someone, you can tag them down in the comments that may be interested in this opportunity, or maybe you know somebody who is an MLM and maybe they could benefit from this information. You could also share by dropping this in their names in the comments as well. I really appreciate you guys. Tomorrow night, I will see you back here, probably around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier. I'm not quite sure. But if you want to catch me live, I know some people have said, oh my gosh, I don't know how to catch you live. Go up to the top of the screen. There's 3 dots. If you tap on the screen, 3 dots will appear, and then it'll give you a drop down menu, and then it'll say you can follow me, and then it'll give you an option to get notified when I go live, so you'll never ever miss a live. It'll just pop up on your feed and you'll be able to see it. So I appreciate you guys again, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Bye guys.